By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I started on the wrong footing. So, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. Now we're talking. They say KwaZulu Natal, Durban rocks, but you don't sound like a rocking type, so I do wish and to welcome you all to the 2022, Unisa 2022 graduation ceremony. I know it's been a long time that we had graduations due to COVID-19 pandemic. And as a country, you all know we have been reeling from this devastation of the pandemic, and we've lost many lives as a result of that, not just in South Africa, but the world as a whole. We've lost students, we've lost friends, we've lost families, family members and so on. So it has been a challenge. But as a result of this pandemic and the declaration of the state of disaster, we had to postpone the graduations. In some cases where we had graduations, I don't think the feeling of a graduation was the same. And I do want to say that even though regulations have been repealed, we still need to take precautions to ensure that the safety of all, yourselves and everybody as a whole. So it is important that we do take those precautionary measures. We also do want to apologize profusely for the graduations that have had to be cancelled due to our challenges around labor-related matters. And of course, today is an indication of the extent to which our university has made tremendous efforts to ensure that the necessary arrangements are made to have this day and afford each and every student the opportunity to graduate. And I'm sure as parents also would appreciate the fact that you wanted to have this day, and so here we are today. And I must say, what's important, as I said earlier on, there is a major difference between the type of graduations we've had, where we had the parents sitting in one room and the students in another, and of course, the vibe is just not the same. And remember, a graduation is not just for you. We're not here just because you have to be here. It's our job. This is the outcome of our results. This is what we do. And we also have the need to celebrate your achievements. And it becomes important for us as a university that we are. And I've been here since yesterday, but I've been here 2 weeks ago, and for a week. And also, so it means there is a lot you are doing here in Durban, but also in the province. So it becomes important to understand that. Ladies and gentlemen, a graduation ceremony is a very special occasion for our graduates. It's an occasion that bears witness to your achievements from hard work, diligence, and dedication. So it has to be understood in that way. We do, as we gather here, celebrate the countless hours of hard work that come to fruition. I would like to thank you, and especially your families, friends and colleagues, not only for being here today, but also for everything that they have done to support you along this demanding academic journey. We do pride ourselves about our graduates who reflect a grounding in sound educational principles and ethical values that nourish and enrich the bearers of a Unisa qualification. It's a qualification that with attributes intended to address our economic, social, and political challenges as a country, as a continent, and as a world. But also, more importantly, I don't think we want to see you somewhere in front of the Zondo Commission having to answer questions that, so we trust in you. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I just also want to welcome our staff who gave this ceremony the dignity and the importance it warrants. So allow me to single out Ms. MC Masalesa on behalf of the Registrar, Professor K.R. Mbata, Acting School Director, Interdisciplinary Research and Graduate Studies, Dr. L.R. Morodi, Director of School of Criminal Justice from the College of Law and College of Human Sciences, Professor M. Madise, College of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor M.S. Ngwenya, who's the Director, School of Economic and Financial Sciences, Professor N.I.M. Kize, also from the same college, College of Science, Engineering and Technology, Professor E. Ngandla, who's the Director of School of Computing, Professor R. Malazi, from the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Professor L. Sibali, who's the Director of School of Ecological and Human Sustainability. From the College of Education, Professor M.M. Poshoko, Head of Quality Assurance and Equity. From the College of Accounting Sciences, Dr. M.T. Hlongwane, who's also the Acting Dean. Professor Ngobo, and Mr. Nguni. I just forgot to mention College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Dr. Masebe and Professor Mapoli, who are also present today. We also have Professor Msweli, who is going to be delivering the Chancellor's address. Tied to that also, we also have our council member, Ms. SFN Ndlovu, in our midst. Today is the last day of graduations, for the year, and I'm glad that we're also having PhD students, and Professor Tim Kuchini, who is one of the supervisors present here today. We must acknowledge, and some of you who have not necessarily said to Mtozi, and Francis, that Mr., up until they walk here. So you are required and forever required to call them doctor. You're forever required, because you will never take it away from them, right? Yeah. So that's what you must remember. And I'll tell you more about that later, so that at least when you leave here, you know what you should be doing after today. So we'll talk about that. Don't worry. We'll get to it. There are also staff members that I would like to appreciate being here, who make this ceremony actually what it is. Our graduation division, our Department of Institutional Advancement, Facilities Management, our Media Center, and of course, we are here in Durban, our office here, regional office, with the support of Pietermaritzburg, Richards Bay, and also Newcastle. Not to mention that I'm from Newcastle, by the way, so those of you, I don't know if there's anybody from Newcastle. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, today being our last day, I do want to tell you that in the room today we have 195 graduates and diplomandi out of the 225. But since it's the last day, I must tell you that during this week, we graduated 3,159 graduates and diplomandi, of which 2,387 actually walked the stage. Bashayeleni izandla, hawu, kakhulu, hawu. I was hoping that if I add up the numbers of the 2 weeks ago, which was 5,700. Now, those of you with calculators would calculate 5,600 plus the 3,159 this week. I was hoping we were going to go over the 10,000 mark in 2 weeks. So, but yeah. So next year, you're going to make up the over the 10,000. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. So this ceremony is your ceremony. So please feel free to express your joy and excitement. It's the last day anyway, so just make sure you give everyone the same opportunity. So that let's not hog the stage, né? So just enough opportunity for everyone. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to today's proceedings. Thank you. May I request Professor Msweli to deliver the Chancellor's address.
Acting Vice Chancellor, Registrar, the Vice Principals present here today, Executive Deans present here today, professors, academics, and all Unisans present today, but most importantly, graduands, parents, families, members, and distinguished guests present today, all protocols observed, and I don't want to forget our esteemed member of council who has made time to be part of this important, auspicious occasion. Today is your day. Today is the day we want to celebrate you. And I want to, just before I even introduce the theme of my discussion or talk today, I just want to alert you to the fact that you are graduating and have acquired a qualification in a very different world to the world that you started this journey in. It's a world that is completely transformed. It's a world where we talk about engaging over the screen. It's a world where economies have been wiped out. It's a world where employment is a challenge, high levels of unemployment. It's a world where we have seen floods in this particular region, where people have lost homes. It's a world where there's all sorts of hopelessness. It's a world where there's a Ukrainian war, and this war has affected the price of everything. That is the world where you are going to operate as a graduate. And therefore, the title of the theme of my talk is fashioned on Whitney Houston's song called I Look Up to You. With this devastation I've just painted, your mother looks up to you. And I want to spend a little bit of time about your mother, because today we are in a month of Mother's Month, Women's Month. Your mother is the reason why you are even here, and therefore they look up to you for all the investment that has been made, that you are going to be the light to the siblings, to the family. You are joining a community of intelligentsia, and you are expected to be the light, a beacon of light, a beacon of hope in this hopelessness. And I will tell you that you will be, and you have to. We have no choices. Remember, there's more than 7 billion people in this planet. They are here, all of them, because there was a mother. So mothers, I would say sometimes we tend to focus on thanking God, which we should, but I think it's critical that we honor the women, we honor the mothers that have made it possible for us to even have a life. So your mother looks up to you, your father looks up to you, your community that is completely devastated is looking up to you to be that example, to dig deeper with the light and the knowledge that you have acquired at Unisa, to be the beacon of hope. Your siblings look up to you. Your country looks up to you to come up with innovative solutions and not to throw your hands in the air when you are faced with all sorts of challenges that you are going to be faced with as someone who has something that other people don't have. Remember, this is a very privileged position to have a graduation, to have a qualification. And we call on you to be that light as you join us as the community of intelligentsia. You are coming at a time when you are sorely needed. This is a time when the storms of life that you are going to face come. You have to be that light. You have to be someone who doesn't get shaken easily, who, because something has been deposited by these professors, by this august institution, which is a multinational institution with a footprint all over Africa. This continent looks up to you. You might be aware that we are not talking anymore about sovereign countries. We are talking about Africa as one market and one continent. And we are all called upon to do everything we can within our own spheres of influence to make sure that our economies work. We cannot just look up to the government to make things happen. Government is there to provide policy. You as a graduate, you are expected to look into all the knowledge that has been deposited to find solutions. Some of the things you have learned are already obsolete. So as a graduate, you've really entered, you've just proven that you can be the captain of your ship. You have proven that during this journey, which is a journey of solitude, you can actually be successful. So you can be proud of yourselves. Some of you are graduating masters, your first degrees. We are looking up to you to join Unisa again, to enroll for your master's programs. For those who are doing masters, you must not stop this journey until you are wearing the red gown that two of people that will inspire you are wearing. We need to be the world class, we need to have a world-class mindset. If you have an opportunity, do not stop where you are. Carry on until you wear that gown. When you wear that red gown, we are expecting you to come and join these professors sitting here who are spreading this light and making sure that we are building a strong economy, a strong set of communities. I want to end, because I don't want to say many things about the fact that we look up to you as light. If you listen to Whitney Houston's song, I Look Up to You, it's a very sad song. It is also a very beautiful song. Because if we can all decide that we are a light, we are a fire, and we are no matter what storms come, no matter how much employment plays with us, no matter how much happens outside that creates economic shocks, but we are a light, and we are having so many people that look up to this light. And with those few words, I really want to salute you. I want to congratulate you. I want to tell you that we are utterly proud of you, and you have really shown us that we can count on you to give us meaning as Unisans and as academics that have spent time working with you in your journey. I thank you.
Professor Msweli, thank you very much for those congratulatory words, very encouraging, and I'm sure our graduates and diplomants today will be looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony, but also please ensure that you keep your cell phones on silent as not to disturb the proceedings. Just allow a second for those coming in to sit, and then we can proceed. Okay. By the virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program. I now request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce you Mthokozisi Pius Duze for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor Tim Guccini, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Water scarcity is a widespread problem, with statistics suggesting that more than half of the world's population are within 5 years of being exposed to life-threatening drought conditions. In his thesis entitled From Scarcity to Security, a mixed method analysis of water as a potential factor for tribal or cultural conflict and cooperation in South Africa, Dr. Duze uses a mixed method study design to explore the role water plays in South Africa as a causal factor for conflict and cooperation. His findings and proposed practice framework constitute an original and valuable contribution to support equitable water restoration and management practices.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mthokozisi Pius Duze the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Thokozisi Pius Duze.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce you to Francis Praise God Buthelezi for the degree of Doctor of Business Leadership. The candidate's supervisor was Professor Okaradia, and it is now my privilege to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. Mr. He had to stand here longer so that you can see him while I'm finding my speech. In his thesis entitled The Conceptual Framework to Integrate Trade Union in Promoting Productivity and Employment in the Auto Industry Sector, the case of Toyota South Africa, he investigates the role of trade unions in promoting productivity and employment in Toyota South Africa. Based on his findings, he develops a conceptual framework for including trade unions in the promotion of productivity and employment opportunities in the auto industry, with particular reference to Toyota South Africa. Congratulations.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Business Leadership on Francis Praise God Buthelezi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Leadership. Wisdom Ganyiso Kumalo. Congratulations.
Chadwick Zamuqolo Cindi. Gabriel Pumulani Ngobo. Congratulations. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Business Administration. Congratulations. Shan Pamela Hanafi, degree obtained with distinction. Congratulations. Ndomfikile Princess Mhlongo. Jonathan Moodley. Congratulations. Shamira Pillay. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Josh Sheldon Keegan Govender receives the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honors in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. The degree was obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Piwai Unkosi Pekwake Fakude received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors. Vusomzi Kanyile, Swelihle Lulia Ngubane, Lucizo Petruk Ngevushe, Timone Premir,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Lungile Prisi Bonavectori Velase. Received the degree of Bachelor's of Commerce Honors.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education Honors in the College of Education. Lydia Clarissa Harms. Adika Kesar Persad. Nomboniso Priscilla Kumalo. Nonzuzo Joy Makanya. Nondumiso Faith Mapumulo. Born again, Senzekile Mashinini. Ayanda Mkize. Mendi Spesihle Mlambo. Sneliso Glenrose Ngema. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Rakshana Rajkumar obtained the degree with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Chital Ramsuma obtained the degree with distinction. Daniel Modesto Renteria Gonzalez. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education in the College of Education. Christy Lee Atkins. Snenhlanhla Cele. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Simone Ellen Davids obtained the degree with distinction. Ngomekile Princess Gama. Mishka Robin Kelly Deanne Kok. Wendy Mbali Mabaso. Ntebuheng Ana Makitela. Lirel Emma Mbuisa. Londiwe Mbali Ndwandwe. Ntombi zodwa Charity Zimande. Joan Pithamba. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Ellen Penagiota Zakaru obtained the degree with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Education. Sherry N. Adunu. Yes. Hlala nathi Lindani Buthelezi. Sindiswa Prudence Dlamini. Nogukanya Pretty Girl Duma. Tobisile Duma. Ahmed Zakaria Ibrahim. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, just allow me to remind these good people that this is our last graduation. So let's have it with a bang. So I'm going to ask you, Deben, are you here? Deben, are you here? Shalin Govenda, degree obtained with distinction. Lindani, welcome Gwala.
Lento lelenzayo eceleni lokhu yebo iseceleni ngale esandleni sokunxele yebo
No, it's okay. It's all right. These are our teachers, hey? Simangele Buyisile Hlongwa. Janet Esme Hobson, the degree is obtained with distinction. Ziningi Jaka. Alungile Keswa. Nogwazi Fisani Kanyile. Ntombifikile Emerald Kati. There we go. Normally, Patience Majoga. Zianda Majola. Nelisiwe Majozi. Boniswa Nokubonga Maphumulo. Bakholwa ukuthi siyazenzela. Abantu abakholwa ukuthi siyazenzela. Abantu abakholwa ukuthi siyazenzela. Nontobeko Immaculate Masondo. Londiwe Philadelphia Mazibuko. Snenjabulo Nomali Valentine Mbambo. Tessa Shirley Mbambo. Sipiwe Priti Mbata. Angel Nokubonga Mchunu. Nondumiso Priska Mchunu. Usekayala, umanga bizindu zodaka. Badumile Mary Jane Meyiwa. It's a wonderful day. Oh yes, it's a wonderful day. Oh yes, it's a Happiness Nompumelelo Mfekayi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I just want to acknowledge something. Our colleagues have been complaining that everybody is saying, "Ubeksa konuma," if my mama was here. She said, if my father was there. Salute to the fathers. Ngamsile Sylvia Mfukeng. Hlengiwe Lindokuhle Moloi. Sandile Sipho Msweli. Wow. Philisiwe Nomcebo Mtshali. Are you Kishan? Okay. Kishan Naidu, the degree is obtained with distinction. Nokwanda Charity Ngeke, the degree is obtained with distinction. Precious Pilisiwe Ngobo. Sithembile Imelda Ngema. Thembelihle Sweetness Ngubelanga. Phindile Angel Ngwabe.
Sithethelelo nontobeko Purity Njogo. Jabulile Gladys Ntlokwana. Nomthandazo Revival Nxumalo. Nomvula Petunia Nxumalo. Phumelele Marvin Nzama. Avani Rajkumar. Clarissa Ramlal. Sangweme Hilda Nyasha receives her degree with distinction. Ayanda Shamaine Shabani. Charlotte Buhle Shandu. Nkosingiphile Victoria Shelembe. Nondumiso Happiness Shozi. No. Tembeka Sithole. Mongezi Philani Minenhle Siyaya. Nokwanda zakhona sokhela. Let's call your name first. Ujageleni kan? How? Awutele kanti wena. Bulelwa Tsholo. Caroline Vust receives her degree with distinction. Standiwe Cynthia Zama. Fikisile Agatha Sikode. Ntakaso Zilungile Zulu. Ntombi zonke Xulu. Ngobile Zwane. Nonkulileko Portia Bembe. Because you waited too long. Mbali Noxolo Buthelezi. Precious Zamandozi Cele. Is that Precious? Pamela Wendy Dladla. Nomkhosi Pel Dlalisa. Sithembile Pel Gumede. Noxolo Kaula. Nolwazi Ngobile Kubeka. Silindile Patricia Langa. Nombuso Olga Majozi. Pumzile Sara Marwa. Ayanda Mkize. People are performing. What are you going to do? Shaista Moodley. Mjabuliseni Mthiya. Sikhulile ntombi enhle ncanini. Makhosazana Queen Ndlovu. Sindisiwe Ngaleka or Ngaleka. Ngaleka was correct. Mbalenhle Ngongo. Thank you. Getting distinction from women. So, congratulations. You must sit down and Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Siyabonga Mfana Nkambule receives his degree with distinction. No, when you are that side. I'm just sitting next to him. Nomcebo Nkosi. Athini Vuyo Nomabungu. Nomabunga. Congratulations. Talente Phiwo Kuhle Ntuli. Aye. Phumlani Eric Phakathi. Zama Nonkululeko Shang Ngase. Phindile Stembelo Shozi. Velapi Shozi. Zama Tuli Xulu. Immaculate Tabsile Zuma. Yenza umlando nawe. Awenza umlando. Nkosi ngiphile. Faniseni Zungu. Okay. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the showstopper from mother of all professions. It is Smangele Zibuyile Mthembu uthi uteletele.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Danai Naidu. Jyoti Ishwarchit Sen. Savishka Kavenda. Ignatia Lungelo Nogutugo Sikosana.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Shuvan Ramkisun receives the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Laws. Mbali Precious Lihle Kunene. Baba Lwa Mayekiso.
As the court pleases, my lord, this is Advocate Mayekiso.
Meli Zondi.
Ian. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Baccalaureus Technologiae. And 7. Oh, sorry. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Ian David Clifton Whittle receives the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Nosipho Basi, Nompumelelo Nontsikelelo Khuluse, Nonkanyiso Favorite Mdladla, Sinegugu Nosibusiso Mtiyane,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Mfundo Pumelele Ngomonde received the degree of Bachelor of Social Work.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Muzikayise Melusi Dlamini. Yolanda Mtitala.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tembelihle Rankana received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Human Sciences. The diploma was obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the Graduate School of Business Leadership. Judith Ntombikaise Gasa, congratulations. Baxolise Male, diploma obtained with distinction. Sandile Bright Malulega. Congratulations. Jabulane Christopher Mnyakeni. Congratulations. Denisha Naidu. Congratulations. Sipokazi Zime Zondi, diploma obtained with distinction. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Simangele Gugu Dube. Nontetelelo Notile Mtembu. Valentle Simpio Mahaye. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the national diploma. Valentle Simpio Mahaye.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Kyle Andre Gounden. Vivian Governor. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the national diploma. Favorite Nozipo Dludla. Colin Henry Mitchell. Mthembu. Sabelo Mthethwa. Rushil Ramdath.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tashna Kistana receives the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the National Diploma. Nomveliso Fortunate Dlamini. Prudence Ayanda Kuzwayo. Nomluleki Pinky Mdludla. Nombuso Angel Mvelase. Nontobeko Pearl Ntuli. Digitseng Pearl Skosana.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to be the first to congratulate our graduates and diplomandi for earning their degrees at this occasion. As we all know, and I said earlier on, that due to COVID-19 pandemic, the last 2 years have not been easy for you, your families, friends, colleagues, who have been your pillars of support in your journey. With all the challenges posed on you, you have demonstrated a high level of tenacity, dedication, discipline, and commitment to excellence. These have finally paid off, and as I say, they will continue to bear fruit. Unisa is now your alma mater, and you have every reason to be proud of your accomplishments. You have completed your studies successfully at a university that is internationally recognized for its quality of research and its educational offerings and the caliber of its graduates. Through your journey at Unisa, you have come across diverse beliefs and traditions that drive an ever more interdependent and a very complex world, and also an opportunity and a chance to experience the joy of learning. I do want you to take these experiences with you and cherish them. Here at Unisa, you have met new friends, met your lecturers and professors, whom I do want you to keep close. As you progress in life, you need a wider network to address your challenges or the challenges of our communities, our country, our continent, and the world. We do rejoice with you and celebrate your accomplishment. Together with you, we also give thanks to the guidance you have received from our lecturers and professors, the support of spouses, parents, extended families and friends, and more so, the sponsors, without whom this moment of success would not have been possible. I do want you now, as the graduates and diplomandi, to stand up, and I want you, as you do, take out your certificates from the brown envelopes. But these are not just brown envelopes. These are brown envelopes. They carry something important, your weapon. And I do want you to turn and face your parents, your friends, your colleagues, and wave these certificates to them. Wave high, 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 high. Thank you. Thank you. You be seated. I'm asking you to do so because these are the people who have made this evening possible. And also, I want you to do so to express gratitude for the time, the love, and the support they have provided you during your studies. I do trust, as you walk into the future, you will be able to put what you have learned to good use, not just for personal gain, but for the benefit of your family, your community, and your country at large. I also hope that you will remain lifelong learners, seeking to improve your knowledge and your circumstances throughout your lives, remembering with pride and loyalty that you are alumni of a truly dynamic university, the University of South Africa. As a lifelong learner, I do hope and wish that you aspire to acquire our doctoral degree, and probably the doctors, if you can indulge me just for a minute. and just come over here. Just stand and face them. I want you to look at them very, very, very. So I do want you to look at them, because those of you who are here for your masters, this is where we want you to come to. This is your ultimate. And those of you who are here for honors and postgraduate diploma, you must come for that masters. And for those of you who are here for the bachelors, you must come back here for your honors. For the diplomandis, please know that I will keep you only if you come back for your bachelors. And for all that, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. Oh, okay. They want me to say. I get to teach. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is important that I say this because as a university, we have made a substantive decision this year that we will grow our doctoral and master's programs. So we do want to encourage all of you to look forward to the day that you also don one of these gowns. Lastly, may our social responsibility towards future Unisa students begin with a donation, no matter how small the amount is. And we have a Unisa Bursary Fund, which is available in terms of donations on our online platform, www.unisa.ac.za, and then you just go to that donate button. As a worthy graduate of this university, we are sure that you realize the value of your diploma or degree, and therefore wish to provide other deserving students with an opportunity to study further. Last week and this week, I told the House that Julius Caesar once said, what did he say? Do you remember? Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I conquered. I came, I saw, and conquered. Right? So me and my crew here, we also came and heard and formed a choir and started Unisa's Got Talent. So those of you who hope and wish to see themselves, hopefully next year, will be back in Durban with Unisa's Got Talent. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I wish to congratulate you on your fine achievements. May I also take this opportunity to wish all the women a happy Women's Month. As you drive home tonight, please be safe and have a wonderful weekend, and take care. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on the last page of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. May we sing the national anthem. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.